back to Sextras,
where we talk about sex and all the extras.
I'm Honey,
And I'm Maria.
and today we're gonna talk about sexting and nudes.
Getting into that sexy shit.
Nudes. How do you say it?
Should have brought my little pin, my send nudes pin.
Little noodles. Yeah, so we're gonna talk about sexting and nudes.
Nudes. It doesn't matter.
I don't know what you're saying.
I'm saying the same thing.
Okay.
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, those things. What zone are you in today?
Today, I'd say I'm pretty yellow. Like I'm excited. My birthday's coming up.
Yay, this episode's gonna come out on your birthday.
Oh, it is. That's
your
true. It's
birthday
my birthday today,
today.
guys. So wish me happy birthday. 17th of May, just, in case you're not listening to this on my birthday. But yeah, I'm excited. So yellow,
Nice.
which is, taking a turn.
Yes.
Been grey and blue for a while, but
Coming back.
yeah, how are you feeling?
Maybe grey. I don't know, I'm not feeling that good, so I'm just a bit like grey, I guess.
Under the weather.
Yeah,
Fair
but
enough. Hanging in there.
yeah.
Are you gonna go to this Thursday thing tomorrow?
Yeah, if I'm feeling better, I'm gonna go.
Okay. I mean, Honey did tell me a few days ago, no excuses this time, I'm definitely going. But.
Yeah, but that was before I stopped feeling well. But I do want to go. Want to go.
Okay.
We'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow.
We'll see tomorrow then.
Yeah. I also don't know what to wear.
Just whatever you feel sexy and...
But this is like the number one defining factor of me like not wanting to go on dates because I just don't know what to wear. But yeah, anyway, I'll figure that out. Anyway, let's get into the episode. So we started with a segment where we wanted to hear a bit about your nude sexting experiences. And we asked, what's the best sext or nude you've ever received? Someone said artsy nudes.
The best kind of nudes.
Yeah.
When they seem like you really put effort.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever taken one like that.
I have. I was just saying, like, I don't think I could picture, like, I've never received an artsy nude from a guy. Imagine.
What would it even be?
Is it sexist to say that? It would kind of be a turn off.
No. I'm just gonna say no. I think you could genuinely say anything radical about men and I'd be like, nah, it's fine, it's not sexist.
Yeah, I don't know about... No, do your thing, but what would that look like, really?
Maybe like a cum shot. Like an
artsy
cum shot. Like
they draw like something.
They're like drawing something pretty with their cum as it comes out.
So artsy. To be fair, I'd be so impressed.
Yeah, I'd be impressed.
I kind of love that. That would be funny.
Top tip. No, but actually that is a top tip for guys. I mean, obviously I'm kind of giving away the episode, but like cum shots, girls like cum shots.
100%.
If you didn't know that, we don't really want
this up.
like a video of you wanking that much.
I mean,
sometimes
I do.
If you're in the mood.
I do.
Okay, Maria does, but she's in a relationship, so maybe don't send her. I mean, don't send me videos of you wanking.
Oh no, I don't want like anyone else's. Really, no.
No, really. But there's a little bit of leeway. Like, go on.
Depends.
No, it depends who it is.
I'm joking. Okay, anyway, moving on.
Yeah.
Someone else said, got a hot new top and slowly lifted it up and let my boobs drop out of it.
Nice.
I like that.
That sounds good.
A little tease and then the big reveal. Yeah, and I don't know if I'm just speaking for my boyfriend or like men in general, but I think they're into videos, But yeah, I think like a little teaser video that is Love that, honestly.
Love that. Okay, someone said, I've never received a good one, but I've sent a couple of masterpieces. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, I wish you had that reciprocation in your life.
Yeah. Guys need to get themselves together.
Yeah. But, I mean, really, like, what? I get it, because it's like, kind of like, how do you send a good nude if you're a guy?
Okay, no, but actually, I take it back because our friend who's gay takes good. I mean, I've seen like full nudes, but like good, like naked pictures.
Yeah.
So it can be done.
Yeah. True.
But maybe it wouldn't be hot if like a straight guy did it. Not as in like.
That's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah.
I was saying earlier. Like, is that bad to say? Like, yeah, I think it is, but bad to say, but it's the truth.
I don't think it's bad to say, but I think.
No, but it is, because it's like,
No, okay, but if they're that kind of guy, then yeah. But if they're not that kind of guy and they're like trying to take artsy nudes, I'd be like, where is this like I'd appreciate the effort, but I'd be like, where is this coming from? I'd just be a bit
but then
confused.
that's what I mean. Like, what can they do?
Cum shots.
Is that all?
Draw pictures with your cum. Watch that become a thing now. We're gonna start a trend.
What did your man draw last week? Okay, someone else said, when I started dating my boyfriend and had never really sent nudes before, he made me feel so good about my body that I was just feeling myself, and I put on a nice set of lingerie and took a nice pic of my ass and sent that.
Nice. Love that.
I love that. And it's so true. Like, the best nudes are the ones where you're like, they just love it, you know, and like, you know that they love it, so then you can like feel so comfortable and confident, and then like send like the really dirty shit.
Yeah, that's true. Love that. Okay, and then we said we wanted to know if you guys had any tips for nudes or sexting for you guys and also for us, because we want some tips. And someone said, including my fat rolls in pics is a game changer. It looks so much hotter when you look comfy. Yes.
Love
that.
And it's 100% true. Like, sex, I know it's not the same, like sending nudes or sexting or whatever, but like sex is the best when you are the most comfortable.
Yeah.
So that makes like complete sense.
Yeah.
Someone else said good lighting is literally everything.
True.
And I agree.
Don't be taking no grainy nudes.
Yeah, I mean, like, think of like good pictures that you take of yourself. Like, most of those are in good lighting.
Yeah.
So obviously nudes, you need good lighting.
Exactly. And then someone said, get the consent of the other person or blanket consent if surprise is your thing. Yeah, this is actually a good point. I feel like we can get into this later on, but I like that tip.
Yeah, for sure. And someone else said, don't ever force yourself to take nudes when you're not feeling it just to please the other person. You should be feeling yourself. This is so true. Like, whenever I'm kind of like, oh, you know what, like I want to send a cheeky like nude, just not because I want to, just cause, like, you know, to send it to my boyfriend or whatever, and like I'm really not feeling it, and it will just kind of like ruin the rest of the morning or whatever.
Yeah, it puts you in such a bad
like, I'll
mood.
just be like, why am I so gross?
Yeah, it's like when you want to go shopping, but like you've planned it, and then on the day you go shopping, you're like not in the mood to try on clothes.
Yeah.
It's like that. Someone else said, have a little bath, look cute, have a glass of wine, and go to town. I feel like that's good advice for nudes and sexting, just to like make yourself feel and like masturbating, actually, to like make yourself feel sexy.
Yeah.
Or like make yourself feel good before.
Yeah, and like get in the mood.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Don't just like raw dog the nudes, you know. Like 1 minute you're doing work, the next. I mean, if that's your thing, go for it.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel like also the best nudes come out when you're horny, like, for sure.
Yeah, that's true. Because you're like, you have no shame when you're
exactly,
horny.
Exactly.
But we'll get into that.
Okay, someone else said, you don't need to take nudes for other people, just take nudes to keep them for yourself. It's fun.
Very true. Actually, yeah, I feel like I'm always like, I have no one to send nudes to, but I could just take nudes for myself.
I think it's really fun. I have so many like that, and I just look at them sometimes. Just
appreciate
for the lols.
yourself. Yeah, I feel like I need to do that. Actually, I was gonna do that a while ago, and then I just never did it.
It's lit.
Yeah. It's decided.
Yeah.
That's what I need to do. Okay. Well,
thanks for your submissions, guys. I mean, you're a bit disappointing this week, I'm not gonna lie to you. You need to pull through, guys. Come on.
Every week.
Get on the
Just
Instagram.
A constant disappointment.
Get on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Sext.We podcast and get submitting. Or go to our website. You can submit anonymously there. Just
True.
like if any random sexual thought comes in.
No, let's not encourage
Scratch that. Just go to just, you know, if you think of something when you're listening to an episode or something you want to add or an experience you went through or something like that, just send it anonymously through there. We'd love to hear your stories.
Yeah.
And we'd love to get those little emails saying
love
like someone submitted something, and, you know, it really adds a lot to our day. So we would really appreciate that. But yeah. And it makes like the episodes better for you. So
exactly. You bring the content.
yeah, we need you for content.
We need you.
Come on, please.
Literally half of our episodes is like stuff that's going on in our friends' lives or like our lives or like something we saw on the internet. So we need you guys. Maybe I'll make a TikTok. You know those TikToks that are like, stitch this with like with like your best nude tips.
Oh, yeah.
We could do that. So go follow us on TikTok.
Oh, definitely.
And then you can comment, and then it's not the whole like hassle of having to go to the website, you know? So yeah, go follow us at Sext podcast, obviously. Anyway, let's get into the episode.
Let's do it.
Okay, so we said we should define the key terms, as you know, this is a audio essay. So what counts as nudes? Because I feel like people have different ideas.
Yeah, to me, nudes is like, you don't actually have to be naked or like showing your boobs or showing your vag or showing your dick, really. To me, it's kind of underwear pics or more.
Okay.
Yeah, or even you can be wearing like a top and just pants or like, and that's a nude to me. Like if you're kind of like in underwear or like naked, to me, that's a nude.
Yeah.
What about you?
Yeah, I feel like I agree with that.
Okay.
And then there's like for the sexy pic, which is different.
No, because also I could think of like sexy pic, that also makes me think of like you're wearing underwear. You know, like sexy, because that can be anything. Like a sexy pic is a sexy pic.
Yeah, but I feel like that's the umbrella term.
Yeah, but just for the purposes of this episode, like, or just actually my life, when I say nude, I just mean it can be an underwear picture. Like I'm not talking about flaps out. That's all I'm saying. It could be that, but I would probably clarify that that's what I meant.
If that's what floats your boat, go for it. Is anyone really out there like sending flap?
Yeah, actually, can you guys let us know? Like, genuinely, I want to know more about this. If people are like really sending full vag pics a lot, because I definitely know that there are guys that are into it. My boyfriend is personally not.
Yeah.
Which makes me feel low-key subconscious about my vag.
No, I don't think
no, but I get it. The thing is, I get it. But
it's like just receiving a picture of like balls. Like, why would I want that?
But I don't know, because then it's like a dick pic, isn't it? It's like the equivalent, which I appreciate a dick pic. I like a dick pic.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about dick pics.
I like a dick pic from my boyfriend. Yeah. That's what I mean.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna assume every time you talk about a dick, you're talking about your boyfriend's dick, you know? I'm just gonna assume that.
Okay. That would be a good assumption, to be fair.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I don't want dick pics from anyone that I'm not dating.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Unless I think you're like the most attractive person in the world.
Yeah, unless like that's the vibe, like unless that's what we're doing.
Yeah.
But like that needs to be like a very clear thing that that's what's happening. Like I can't just like randomly get it.
Anyway, that's the key terms that need defining, and then sexting is just like any sexually coded text.
Yeah, because I also feel like sexting isn't even just strictly like actual sexting, like
Yeah.
you're exchanging text, because I feel like nudes can weave into that.
Yeah, that's true. I don't really know that many people who sext.
Yeah, I guess I don't really either, but I don't know, like, as in like a sexting. This is what I mean, because it's like it's hard to picture someone like sitting down for like a sexting session, but like
Yeah.
I see a few sexual texts here and there. But
What
does
do you
that
mean
count?
You see a few
As
sexual
in-
texts?
Like a few little cheeky little flirty texts.
Okay.
I see that being a thing more than like people sitting down and having a sexting session. Like, because I see, but maybe not. Because I do think people like exchange nudes a lot. I think it's the exchange of nudes that is the most popular in my perception of this sphere.
The nude exchange market is higher than the sext exchange market.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not reckon?
I do. Yeah, I do.
Okay, so do you send nudes, honey?
Not really. I mean, not right now. Not
right
at
now.
this very moment.
Not at this very moment.
But like,
But you
I
have.
have in the past, occasionally. But I'm not the biggest fan. But in my relationships, I have. And I have to like people that I'm sleeping with that I trust. If they ask and they're into it, but I would never just be like, if they never asked, I would never, ever suggest it.
Oh, really?
Ever. Because I hate taking nudes. And this only happened like
But why?
before
Why
my
do you hate
last
taking nudes?
relationship. Because I just find it stressful. Like how I don't like trying on clothes. I just find it so stressful. I don't like it. I only look in the mirror like if I have to. And like not even in a deep way, but I just think that it's better for my mental health if I don't. Like, because otherwise I spiral. And I'm like,
No,
I don't know
I
what
get
my
you.
body looks like. I don't want to think about how to make my body look sexy.
Okay.
Unless there would be like a moment where I'm like, oh, I look good, like I'll take this for myself. And then maybe later I'd send it to someone if they wanted me to. But then, yeah, I never take nudes like in the moment. I would never do that.
Okay.
Apart from if it was
Interesting.
like my ex, like I would do that. Like not as in now, but like at the time when we were dating, I would have taken nudes at the time, maybe. Like, but no, I would have just like FaceTimed them.
Yeah, see, that's crazy to me, because like, I guess the not wanting for me to have FaceTime sex comes from like a self-conscious kind of place, you know?
Yeah.
But like to me, nudes is like where you can take control of that, and it's like you can be
No,
in control.
because then you're like your digital footprint is just like wild.
Yeah, I guess
Do you
no,
not
and then
think-
it does exist forever. So that is the
yeah.
But on FaceTime, like you have so much less control of what you're gonna look like.
Yeah, but then there's less pressure. In a
Yeah,
way,
that is true.
both ways.
Yeah.
And also, like, if it's like I would never just like have FaceTime sex with like someone that I don't really know. Like,
Yeah,
you're already
yeah.
comfortable with them, so it doesn't really matter. I would never judge the other person for how they look, and like they probably aren't judging me.
Yeah, that's the thing.
But I just don't really think about. I don't really think about how I look during sex
Yeah.
that much anymore. But also, I
Can't
never
relate.
have sex, so like maybe now if I have sex, then I would. But yeah, I guess because I haven't slept with people that like haven't been regular partners in a while, or like usually I think usually I just think that I'm hotter than the other person, so I don't feel bad about it. Top tip.
Love that from you. Love that from you.
Yeah,
That's the thing. I think I'm hotter than everyone, and I still feel that. Like, I still feel self-conscious. It's so weird. It's so weird. I have such a, like, fucking weird complex in my head
Yeah.
about my appearance, like, genuinely. Because I'm, like, so insecure, but I'm, like, not.
Yeah, you are such a contradiction.
So, you don't like taking nudes, and you don't really do, like, you'd rather just sort of, like, FaceTime someone. But
Yeah.
would you send nudes? I guess, like, because nudes, do you still think nudes are less intimate than FaceTime sex, though? obviously, because you said that you wouldn't FaceTime a rando.
Unless it's like, yeah, because who would do it? Like, that's wild. I would never do that unless I was like getting paid.
Well, no. Obviously, like, I don't think that, like, yeah, I do think that having FaceTime sex with a rando would be kind of wild.
Yeah.
But at what level would you send nudes to someone, I mean?
I have sent nudes to like someone from Tinder before that I like. This guy that like I never met him, but we always used to just send each other nudes, but I didn't put my face in it ever. So like that was fine. And it was just fun. Like if I was horny. But now I don't think I'd do that. Because then this guy that I used to sleep with like a few times always used to ask me for nudes, and I'd just be like, no, because I don't trust you, and I don't want to take nudes for you because I don't feel like you deserve it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I love that for you.
Yeah. So, but I think I did send old ones, and he'd always be like, oh, but no, take ones now, I want them now. And I'm like, why does it matter? Like, what difference does it make? I don't get that.
I used to not get it, but now I kind of get it. Because, like, my boyfriend said the same thing. Like, he's like, I like the live ones, you know?
But, like, I get if it's a two-way thing, but it wasn't like he was... Actually, I think he did say he was going to send me nudes back, but I was like, I don't want them. So it's like, why would you want them if I don't want them? Like, you know, if it's not a sexting kind of scenario... In that situation, I'm not saying every situation has to be like this, but just because like we weren't dating or anything, we just like we weren't even really friends with benefits, we just like fucked sometimes.
Yeah.
So I was like, we don't talk, so like why would I just send you nudes for you to just have? And then he saved them because it was on Snapchat. And then he was like, oh, I'll like unsave them like after. And I'm like, yeah, okay, sure. And I actually haven't checked, but he only just unblocked me on Snapchat. So I don't know if he still has them on the chat.
Oh my god.
That was a wild story. But yeah. So there's that. But yeah, I would only really send them to like certain people. But I guess now I'm just like at a different phase in my life where I'm like, it's just not something I care to do.
Okay.
Maybe with girls I would, you know? Because I just trust girls more. I just feel like they understand. They would never like do something with them.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that. I guess I can't really like put myself in that fear. I don't know, but it is kind of crazy because like, obviously people that send, like anyone that has had their nudes leaked or like sent to people doesn't think that that's going to happen to them. Like they trust the person and like they're like, oh yeah, this is like, they would never do this to me, and it happens to them. I'm not saying that that's going to happen to me, because like, but then again, it's like, it's what I was just about to say, like, oh, that would never happen, like my boyfriend would never do that, and he wouldn't, but
yeah, because he's not that kind of person at all.
Yeah, but I'm sure they all think that. That's what I'm saying.
No, because you must have some idea, like.
No, I mean, obviously, if I like really was paranoid about it, I wouldn't do it. But like, I clearly don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I'm like out here, like my face is fully in them, like everything, like.
Yeah.
And I have been deeping it recently. I'm like, maybe I should like not do that much. Like, what if like this does just get out there and my face is just fully like there?
Yeah, I can't think about what nudes I sent my ex, but I don't really think I've ever like explicitly had my whole face in them. This is what I mean, like I just don't send enough nudes to even think about what they looked like at the time. Maybe you could tell that it was me, but like you couldn't see my face or whatever, so it was like deniability. But yeah, this is what I mean, like why are guys not out here sending better nudes? Because if their nudes get leaked, it's not like their whole careers are going to be ruined and their whole lives. And also, girls are going to leak some random guy's nudes? I mean, maybe we would if they were better, but like, no, I'm joking. I would never do that. But yeah, there's no excuse. Yeah, girls are out here taking amazing nudes and they still get leaked. And then it's like, oh, she's such a slut. And it's like, no, this is an amazing picture. Don't shit on it.
No, true that.
Okay, so then what about sexting? let's talk about sexting, like overall, not just nudes, and like FaceTime sex and that kind of thing. Because if you guys never listened to season 1, I was in a long distance relationship. Now Maria's in a long distance relationship, and like literally the whole thing that kept my relationship going was like FaceTime sex.
Was it mostly just like FaceTiming and phone sex? Did you have phone sex or just FaceTime?
Yeah, a couple of times.
Okay. I genuinely don't, I've never had phone sex or FaceTime sex, and I don't get what you say. Like, I genuinely don't.
I don't think you can really say unless you're like in the moment. Like, it's kind of hard to think about what you sent. Like, what you were saying before we started recording, Maria was like saying it's kind of hard to say what you would say like during dirty talk, during sex, because it's just so in the moment, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and as we said, you have no shame when you're horny. So stuff comes out that you would never say that in just like regular conversation. So I don't really know what we would say, but it would usually just start like, oh, like, you know, show me your tits or something like that. Or not that, like, a phrase like that, but, you know, that kind of thing. It would just start small and then build up.
And but then what do you do? Do you like wank while you like, what do you like, do you say stuff while you're just like wanking?
Kind of, or you just like hear the sounds.
Okay, so it's not necessary to have like a commentary while you're doing it.
No, you don't have to have a commentary. It depends what kind of person you are. Like, if you just like don't really like dirty talk during sex, then it's not like you're gonna all of a sudden start dirty talking while having FaceTime sex, you know?
Okay.
But also, I feel like you do need to give a little bit more because you don't have like the feeling. So maybe you can kind of like describe what you're doing, or like how it feels, or like, oh, I wish you were here kind of thing. You know, like describe what you wish they were doing to you, or like what you wish you were doing to them, kind of thing. And then you can do dirty talk if you want to, or be like, oh, you're so hot kind of thing. I feel like that's mainly what I would say, because I'm so bad at dirty talk or like talking during sex. I'm just like, haha.
Yes, that's how I feel, but like I want to be good at it.
But I feel like at least one person needs to be leading the way, kind of, or like they need to initiate it, so then you feel comfortable to do it. But also, I feel like you could have one thing that you're like, okay, I'm always going to say this, and then maybe it will lead to other things, you know? So it's just kind of like a comfortable starting off point. And then from there, once you've said that, you break the little like barrier or the little awkwardness that you feel. Because I do think that it is a bit awkward the first time, or like the first few times, or even like for a bit at the start, because it's like when you're like looking for porn and you're feeling a bit like ashamed of like what you're looking through, you know? It's kind of like that, like just all these like preconceptions that come with sex, and like any form of sex really. It's always going to be a little bit like weird at the start, but then you kind of get past it, I feel.
Okay. I still don't really see myself like trying this,
but I really think you need, and I also think that like before you have FaceTime sex, you have to masturbate in front of whoever you're having FaceTime sex with or phone sex with, because then it gives you this like idea of what they're doing. Like, it's not like it's not like you're just watching them finger themselves.
Wait, okay, where are you holding the camera though while this is happening? Are you like pointing it to your like your
that is quite a problem,
or like,
to be fair.
Just
because, okay, say you're lying down, okay, like like this. Okay. I'm not gonna demonstrate, but you can like, you can see. I mean, obviously not like that, but you know what I mean. And like you can kind of hold it like here, so they can kind of see, or like hit like this vibe, or like sometimes I would like hold my phone with my feet like this in between my feet, and that's quite good if they want the like full frontal vision. But also I feel like I'm pretty good at holding things with my feet, so that might not be for everyone, you know. Me being like, I feel like I can do more with my feet.
Throw back to when Honey said that she could use her toes better than her fingers.
I don't know what I was thinking, but yeah, anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, those are some options. Or I guess like if you really want to go all out, you could get some kind of like tripod or like something, you know? Or you could have like your laptop and put the phone against your laptop, like if it's up, kind of like
okay,
that.
that makes more sense to me, like
So,
putting it somewhere.
yeah, because having to hold it is quite strenuous.
Yeah.
And also if you want to like finger yourself with both hands, it kind of limits your options. And it's just like frustrating to like not be able to touch yourself and like, you know, kind of want to emulate the feeling of sex in the FaceTime sex.
Yeah, okay.
In a way. And then yeah, you should use headphones because it just like makes it more close and like in is more like porn vibes, you know? Yeah. So
I see.
those are some tips from me in the FaceTime sex department. So yeah, have you ever had FaceTime or phone sex?
No, I've never even like wanked in front of Shane. In front of Shane. So I feel like I'd have to start with that step.
Yeah. Okay.
We've never wanked in front of each other. So
that's wild to me.
Yeah.
Do you not want to?
No, I do. I think it'd be hot.
Yeah.
I've like wanked over it quite a few times.
Yeah, I think it's so hot.
There's so many things that I like. I just feel, I don't know why it's so shameful for me to bring up to him even, and just like talk about it and be like, yeah, I'm into this. Because like so much of the stuff that I like masturbate to is just not stuff that actually happens, but could easily happen, you know?
You just need to like throw yourself in there. I think you should definitely masturbate in front of each other.
Yeah.
Or like one of you does it and the other one watches.
Yeah, I have done that. I did that with I have done that before with my ex.
Okay.
But not with my boyfriend.
Yeah.
But no, like
it's also good
actually
if you're on your period.
Oh no, actually, should I mean, this is really not very related to nudes or sexting, so maybe I won't tell this story. But no, one time like we kind of were finishing having sex or whatever, but like I didn't come.
Okay, yeah.
And I was like still fingering myself, and then he was kind of like out of the moment because he had come.
Yeah.
So then I was like, oh, should I keep going? And he was like, oh, if you want. And I was just like, okay, I'm done with this. Like, I was fuming.
If you want.
I was fuming. Like, literally, I literally stopped, stood up, and I was like, right, okay.
I just never ask. I just keep doing it because I'm like, if you came, why would I not come?
No, but I thought that was absolutely ridiculous. That was so rude. I was fuming.
Yeah.
Oh no, and then and he did it, like he apologized. He was like, "Nah, you're right, to be fair." Because like I'll stay in the horny moment with him all the time.
Yeah.
Like I'm not horny anymore. I just came. Like I'm done with this, but I'm doing it for you, bitch.
Yeah.
Like fuck that.
Fuck that.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
So
I think you should.
That doesn't count. That was my point. But I'll do that before I can take any further steps. Really. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, I have sent him like videos of me wanking.
Okay.
So
then what's the difference?
Exactly. What is the difference? The difference is that I can control it. The difference is that I can watch it and be like, this looks fine.
Yeah, but
and like I know, and like
sex isn't like meant to be.
I know,
perfect.
but because I also think because it's a nude, it's like, well, like he's gonna like be able to rewatch this and pause it as he likes. Okay, yeah, he's gonna be able to see anything. You know?
But with sex, they're not gonna be able to do that unless they're filming you. Which I mean,
no,
I
yeah,
feel like we can talk about that in a minute.
No, yeah, I mean, I know it's just like a weird hang up, but yeah, I don't know. I am like really into nudes though. Like I take a lot of nudes, and I'm really into receiving nudes. I feel like my boyfriend takes good nudes, like genuinely.
That's good. The message like I'm getting is just that like that you like to be in control of the situation.
Yeah, I like to be in control and like know what's like what.
But is that always the case during sex?
That I like to be in control.
Just that you are in control. It's not about wanting. Yeah, exactly.
No, so but it's that's more of a like but that it's a picture. That's like I think that like that's never gonna change.
Okay.
Because it's like
no, but what I'm saying is like if you're not in control during sex all the time, or you like being in control, why don't you just say something during sex and then you will be in control of the situation, you know? Like surely by that logic. That's the way to take control of the situation.
Because to me it's more like that's, you have to be like vulnerable. If you say it in the moment, that is like, and like that's also the whole idea of like FaceTime sex. It's like you have no time to like think and like make sure that like this is what's gonna happen. And like I know that that's like what happens during sex, like, but I don't know, I don't feel like I have that much of that hang up in the same way. But like by saying something during sex, it's like you're making yourself like vulnerable in that moment. It's like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And like he says something and then like I have to think of a response like in that moment, you know, whereas like if he said the same thing and it was a text, I like have time to think of what I want to say. So I don't know, I do find that that's why, like, I don't know, I know it's like a problem, but I don't know how to get over this like weird hang up. I don't know.
But I don't think it's weird though. I think it's normal to have like hang-ups about it in a way. I think you just have to throw yourself into the deep end.
I agree.
Because like I would never have had FaceTime sex if like my boyfriend wasn't so into it. And it was also like kind of we needed to at that point. Otherwise, literally, what was the point in dating?
No. To be fair, like my boyfriend and I used to send nudes to each other like all the time. In like this is what we're doing right now. Like we are like sexting right now. You know, or whatever.
Okay, yeah.
We don't really do that. Like we haven't done that in ages. As I mentioned in a previous episode like a couple weeks ago. Yeah, so like that used to be like enough for me, and like I was really into that, because then also like I have the videos and everything for like when I wank, and it's kind of lit. That's, you know,
nice. Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess it's just like a different way to do it. I didn't feel like I was like missing out on, like, you know, in terms of like being in a long distance relationship and like having to maintain that sex life or whatever. But
do you ask for consent before you send nudes, or like how do you approach the topic? I'm
pretty sure to everyone that I've sent nudes to, they've kind of sent one first.
Okay.
Other than my boyfriend, I definitely sent him nudes first.
So do you ask him?
Oh, like every time before I send him nudes?
Yeah, like, no, it's like now a good time kind of thing.
Not at all.
Okay.
No. I did this. I used to send him like one every morning for a while.
Okay.
Sometimes. Okay. It's just kind of like whenever I'm like getting changed or whatever, and I'm like, oh, yeah, this is a good time, I'll do it. But well,
yeah, I guess like in the morning is like just a safe time to send it, because it's not like he's like at work or at uni or whatever. No, but you know,
sometimes I do it purposely knowing that he's like at work or at uni. Okay. Because I want to like do it to annoy him, basically.
Yeah.
But I feel like I do have like blanket consent. We have talked about like nudes and like sending them, and like he will be like, oh, like I can't right now or whatever, like if it's not a good time, you know, and I'm like kind of trying to get something going or whatever. Yeah. And I feel like with people that I've like regularly sent nudes to, it was always kind of like that, like I would just send one whenever there was the time, and it was kind of like a daily nude kind of vibes.
Nice. What do you have any tips for people who are like scared of sending nudes? Because like I feel like a lot of, obviously we're not encouraging anyone who's underage to send or receive nudes.
Absolutely not. That's illegal.
That's illegal. That's child pornography. So what are your top tips
for anyone who's scared?
Yeah.
Scared like for what reason?
Like maybe they're scared they're gonna get leaked, or like they don't know if the other person's gonna like it, or...
Okay, well, I think like main thing is like, I know that we did say earlier, obviously everyone that gets their nudes leaked thinks like this is never going to happen to me, and like I trust this person most likely. But like genuinely think about who you're sending it to. Like this is the second time you've spoken to this person ever and they're asking you for nudes. Probably like shouldn't do it, really, because like they clearly don't give a fuck, you know, and like you don't really know them.
And what are you getting out of it?
Yeah, I just feel like I don't know. I mean, I've sent nudes to someone I didn't know before, so I can't really like speak, but I do feel like a good rule to go by is like, if you're worried about it, like definitely just don't include your face in it.
Yeah.
And just do as much nudity as you're comfortable with. Like you really don't have to like be naked. You don't even need to show your nipple, like nothing. Like just cover, you know, you can like wear some nice lingerie that you feel like really comfortable and sexy and as we were saying at the start, I do feel like if you are comfortable in like how naked you are and like or in what you're wearing or in like how you look in the picture, like that is going to be the best nude to send and to receive, really. So I think like that's a good way to think about it, you know, just like, am I comfortable with this picture? Like how does this picture make me feel when I see it, you know?
Also, like, just having your nudes leaked, I feel like is sold as like the end of the world, but I think we're finally getting to a place where like we know that it's not, because everyone has a naked picture out there of them somewhere, like it exists, so it's not the end of the world, it's not your fault, it's like it doesn't make you a bad person or like a slut or whatever for taking a nude and sending it to someone that you trusted in that moment, you know? Like I feel like we shouldn't like live our lives in fear that something bad is going to happen, because if it does, it's the guy who's leaked it or like the person who's leaked it's fault.
Yeah.
And like they're the ones that should have their lives ruined, essentially.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know, I obviously fully get that doesn't mean that like I'm just gonna send nudes all the time and like I feel good about it, because I don't, because I'm scared of it too. But like, yeah, I think that's good advice. Like just send it to people that like you really trust and stuff.
Yeah, and like send it because you want to, you know? That's also like, why am I doing this? Like, am I doing this so this guy will like really like me? Or am I doing this because like I'm horny and like I'm into it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that will also make a difference in like how good the nudes are, like genuinely.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, also, I do think the Kardashians, I kind of want to do an episode about the Kardashians, but we can do a bonus episode about it. I do think the Kardashians have been like so damaging in so many ways, but like the whole discourse around Kim's sex tape in the new series of the Kardashians is like really good, to be honest, because she's like, yeah, fuck this, like this was 20 years ago, like I'm not gonna have my life ruined by about this now, like I'm not ashamed, and you know, she's like really normalizing all of this stuff. And yeah, maybe at the time, however it came about that her sex tape got leaked at the time, that doesn't matter, because like it matters how people react to it, and it matters that now people are like bringing it up 20 years later and trying to like ruin her career when it's like it made her career in the first place, you know?
Yeah.
I appreciate that, and I think that's something to look up to in them in a way of like they're normalizing this whole discourse around sex tapes and nudes and stuff.
No, I also kind of wanted to give a couple like practical tips in terms of sending nudes. I feel like don't be afraid to use self-timer. It's like, so, you know, you'll get such good nice little pics. Put it up somewhere where like the lighting is gonna hit you nicely. I usually prefer taking nudes when I've done like my whole makeup and everything, like when I generally think that I look good, like not even just my body or whatever, because then I just feel like you can take better pictures, like you just feel better about yourself, so you kind of like them more or whatever. What else? Yeah, I guess for like, you know, in terms of like when we were talking about like what camera, like where do you hold the phone when you're having FaceTime sex and shit, like I guess in like videos that I've sent of me wanking and stuff, I mostly like do my face and my body rather than like that. And then also, like another good one is like just send videos of you like in lingerie, just like walking, like not walking around, like turning around, like just moving kind of thing.
Yeah, true. I think movement,
I feel like it's better.
So hot.
Yeah, I feel like a little video of you just kind of like moving in lingerie or even naked or whatever, like whatever you're taking nudes in.
Yeah.
It's like better than just like the picture or like included with the pictures or whatever, because I don't know, that's the feedback I've received, that videos are appreciated, you know.
Yeah. What about like positions?
Okay, positions and angles. What angles do I like? I kind of always prefer for it to be like slightly lower, especially if I'm doing like pictures of my ass, because then it will just make your ass look better.
Yeah.
And then what else? Yeah, like sitting down are pretty good, because then like I feel like you get the curves, and I'm quite short, so I don't really like doing standing up. Like I don't really like being standing up or anything because I'm just really short, and I don't really like the way my legs look.
Yeah, I feel like it's a bit weird to do standing. Like, I always look a bit too, like, long.
Yeah. I think, like, self-timer ones are the better ones. Like, I don't really like taking it from, like, me angled, because I just feel like the angles that you can get are not as good.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, or, like, mirror ones, but mirror ones are, like, really ideal, but you have to have, like, a good mirror. And just, you know, like, make sure that that's on point. And, like, yeah, lighting for sure, like, a big thing. And then just make sure that it doesn't look like shit, like, around you, and that you can, like, actually see what you want the person to see. Yeah, I guess those are my tips.
Yeah.
Do you have any tips at all?
No, mate. None at all.
Yeah, and do it when you're, like, feeling yourself, or just when you, I don't know, don't make it into, like, that deep of a thing. Be like, I just got out the shower, and, like, should I just take a couple pictures? And, like, just take a couple, and, like, you might like one of them. I do that all the time. Like, literally, whenever I see myself naked in the mirror, I'll probably take a picture.
Yeah.
And just, like, maybe this will, you know, be good for later. Maybe I won't like it, but it doesn't really matter. Like, I feel like practice being like, I look good. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
You know, you have to tell yourself, okay, I'm looking good. I'm looking good.
I believe I'm sexy and then I am sexy.
Exactly.
I feel like we need to make a sticker of that at this point, because we see it all the time.
Oh, what are your thoughts on showing your friends nudes? Like, if you got a really good nude from someone.
I wouldn't do it personally, but, like...
Would you care if, like, your person did it?
Yeah. Just be like, why would you? I mean, actually, I'm such an exhibitionist is the thing that, like, I actually don't think I'd care, but just, like, the principle of it, like, I'd want them to ask, like, I'd want to have a conversation about it first, you know, and, like, I don't want them, like, sending it to their friends, you know. That's weird. But, like, if it's so like weird. If we had agreed that it was fine, I'd be like, whatever. Like, so many people have seen me naked, I feel.
I wouldn't like it.
It also depends who.
I just feel like it would be weird. Like, I feel like it's sexual. Like, this is sexual, genuinely.
Yeah,
and, like, if he was showing
sexual.
his friends, it's like, I feel so uncomfortable, like, with his friends, like, seeing me like that. Yeah. Do you not see that?
What about sex tapes? Should we talk about sex tapes? Because I do feel like it's kind of like a similar topic kind of thing of, like, I feel like the risk with, like, FaceTime sex is that they could be recording you without you knowing. And my friend obviously said that I get to tell this story, but she was having FaceTime sex with her boyfriend at the time, and she found out, like, after they broke up, that he had recorded her without her consent.
Oh my god.
Even though she had explicitly said that he couldn't, which is obviously fucked up.
Yeah, what the fuck?
But I don't really know what we can say about that, but I feel like it's an issue that needs to be raised of, like, that is the risk of, like, involving phones in, like, sexual activities, is that the other person can kind of, like, do this stuff without you knowing, and, like, you kind of wouldn't ever really find out.
Yeah.
Unless they said.
And, like, someone can so easily be like, oh yeah, I deleted it.
Yeah, exactly.
Even, like, show you they deleted it, but, like, who's to know they didn't go back to recently deleted and got it back?
Exactly. That's so scary. Yeah, and, like, my ex really wanted to make a sex video of the two of us, and I was like, not that into it, because I was just like, I know it's gonna be bad angles, I know I'm not gonna like
I know his cinematography is gonna be shit.
Yeah, like, I just didn't want to do it, because I was like, if we're gonna do it, I want it to be good.
Yeah.
And I know it's not gonna be good, so I'd rather not do it. And then he kind of just, like, started filming me in the middle of sex without me agreeing to it. Like, it was kind of like, oh, we'll do it at some point kind of thing. I had said it could happen in the future, and then he just filmed me during sex, and it was, like, not even subtle. It was like the phone, like, in my face.
Yeah.
And
like, right after you were like, not sure.
Yeah.
So far. Oh.
And then he kept trying to make me watch it, and he kept sending me it, being like, oh, look at this. And I was like, I don't want to see it. Like, stop sending it to me. Can you delete it? And he's like, oh, but why? Anyway, that is obviously also fucked up
Mm.
and illegal. And I mean, I don't really know, I don't have any tips for like if that happens other than like break up with them right then and there, which I didn't do.
It's okay.
But it's fine, we learn and we move on and we grow, and yeah, just like steal their phone and break it if they do that.
Yeah, fuck that.
They don't deserve that from you. And like since then, to be fair, we did talk about it and I was like, that was really fucked up. And I was just like, this is not okay. Like you have to delete this because that's just like not an okay thing to do, and I would never do that to you. And like he did see and he did apologize, so credit to him for that, I guess, but just don't fucking do it in the first place. So yeah, if anyone is like listening to this who wants to make a sex tape, or you know, like you want to do these things and you're like with someone who's like kind of not sure, don't do it. Like don't pressure anyone into doing this because it's just honestly so shit. And obviously it's like sexual harassment, so I shouldn't have to spell that out to anyone, but like clearly it has to be spelled out with nudes, with FaceTime sex, with anything on your phone. Like that is not your decision to make, you know? Just because you're having sex with this person doesn't mean you can film them. And if you do that to someone like without them knowing, that is so fucked up. Like those people that hide cameras.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you? Like genuinely, what is wrong with you? You should never be allowed to touch technology.
Like it's such a violation of someone.
Violation. And like yeah, they
honestly,
should
fuck him for doing that. It's not cool.
Fuck him for doing that. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that, really.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, we clearly sent nudes. Like, we clearly have, like, done this shit. Like, we don't think there's anything wrong with it at all. But I just think it's a little bit, like, careful what you're doing. As you were saying, I think so much can go wrong once stuff is, like, on phones and, like, online and all of the shit. It's, like, a whole different ball game.
Yeah, and, like...
So I just feel like so many things can be out of your control that it's... Yeah, it's like, what do you do? Because it's not really within your control, I guess. But just be as careful as you can about it and be as smart as you can about it and protect yourself as much as you can.
And, like, we can say as much as we want, like, oh, but, you know, we shouldn't be shamed and stuff. And, like, it's not anything to do with you. And it's really not. Like, I believe those things. But also you don't know if it happens. You don't know how that's going to make you feel, you know? That could be horrible for you. And it probably will be, and it doesn't mean that, like, you're in the wrong in any way. The other person is still in the wrong, but, like, I think it's just, like, protecting yourself emotionally and, like, who you share those parts of yourself with. You know?
For sure.
Because, like, if that had happened with anyone that wasn't my boyfriend, I don't know how I'd feel about that. So, yeah. That's that.
But send those nudes, baby.
Yes, but not to us.
Get that shit.
Ask for consent.
Yeah, definitely. And consent should be given enthusiastically.
Yes.
Not coerced.
No. Anyway, that is our little episode on nudes, sexting, and apparently sex tapes.
Nude, sexting, FaceTime sex, sex tapes, any sort of online technological sex.
Yes. And we would love to know, like, if you guys have any more tips. Maybe we can make a nice little post with everyone's tips if you guys want to send us more. I'll make that little TikTok, I guess. Go follow us on TikTok and send us anything you want, like any opinions, any experiences, any thoughts, tips, advice.
Just not nudes.
Just not nudes, please. To our Instagram, our TikTok, our Facebook at Sextras Podcast. Comment on YouTube, which is Sextras Podcast. Email sextraspodcast@gmail.com. Website sextraspodcast.com. And obviously that's all going to be in the description, so you can find everything there. And stay tuned because we are going to have some bonus episodes for you guys soon. And also we are coming kind of to the end of season 2, so that will be sad, but we do have some good episodes planned for you guys. So yeah, we also would love to celebrate the end of season 2 with you. Like, we want to do something cute, but we don't know if people actually care. So maybe I'll put something on our story to be like, do you guys come? Like, I want to do like a little meetup, but I don't think anyone would come. Well, Maria thinks no one would come.
Send us a message if you guys would come.
Yeah, I'll do a poll on
Watch
Instagram.
our messages be dry.
Yeah, but we'll get like cakes and stuff, or like something cute. We'll do something cute, basically. And we would just love to have like a little community
Get together.
Yeah, it would be fun. But if not, we'll just do it by ourselves. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the episode, and we will see you next week. Bye.
You've been listening to Sextras, presented by Honey Jane Wyatt and Maria Jose Hayodatiyi, produced by Mabel Productions.